Have you ever spent weeks showing someone some properties and then have them just start ghosting you? Or you found out that they actually purchased with another agent, or you're showing them homes that they really truly couldn't afford. You already know how expensive and painful that mistake is. And it's happening more than most agents are wanting to admit. With existing home sales declining, every transaction matters. Guard your most precious resource, time. Don't give it up to someone that doesn't matter or isn't qualified. I'm going to show you how we pre-qual every buyer before we start investing too much time, so that you know you are working with someone that's committed and ready. Number one, you're going to sit down with these potential buyers and you're going to have an interview with them, just a friendly conversation to understand their motivation for buying a house. Are they relocating? Is this their first home, second home? What kind of monies do they have for a down payment? How realistic are they with purchasing a property? Knowing their motivations is really going to help you with this process. And once you have their motivations dialed in and they're ready to purchase, you're going to move to step number 2, and that's to have them sign a buyer representation agreement. Number 2, are they committed to working with you, and are they financially able to purchase? We have the buyer sign a buyer representation agreement. It's no different than meeting with the seller and having the seller sign a listing agreement. That agreement is a commitment from that person to you that they're willing to work with you. And now you have a written agreement to start investing your time and your professionalism into that person. Once the buyer signs a buyer representation agreement, the next step you're going to do is you're going to have them meet with your preferred lender. Let's make sure they're qualified to purchase what they're looking for, and you're not out there showing them properties that are far above their budget. Even in this market, sellers aren't willing to come down aggressively on their prices. So let's keep these buyers harnessed within the price range that they can afford. So again, if they haven't connected with a lender yet, have them get in touch with your preferred lender. Let's make sure they're qualified before you invest that time. Number 3, now becoming their trusted advisor. Now that the buyers signed the buyer representation agreement, what are my responsibilities and my fiduciary duties to those buyers? What you want to do is reveal their financial status, knowing, are they going to be paying cash? Or they're going to leverage their monies and get a loan. If they're looking to get financing, what type of financing are they going to qualify for? How much money do they have a down payment for? And typically these are things I leave up to the lender. But at the same time, knowing this information up front on your end, it'll also help you with negotiating an offer down the road by knowing their financial needs. Once you understand and you have the buyer's financials in line, then it's time to start showing homes. But make sure you're showing homes that these buyers are actually going to qualify for, and they're areas that they really want to be in. A good example I see of many agents do is if a buyer qualifies, let's say for $300,000, they're out there showing them properties that are $350,000, $400,000 homes. And then they kind of give the buyers the false hopes that these buyers are going to be able to negotiate with the seller and get those prices down. Now, I'm not going to say that never happens, but be realistic, because if you're showing them homes that they don't qualify for, it's a disservice to both you and them. In conclusion, if you're struggling with closing out these buyers with a buyer representation agreement, or you're really not sure the next steps in the process, here in this office, we have a roadmap for all agents to follow. That includes every step of the process, taking the buyer from the beginning to closing. It also includes helping negotiate your fees, what you're worth. So again, if you need some help with that, or you just have some questions, give me a call. This is Troy Davis with Action Realty, and have a wonderful week.